Alright then, for those of you that have seen, or even if you haven't seen, the Formula E CEO Jeff Dodds did an interview with Jermaine Genius, and for some reason he just explained every problem with F1 and he nailed it. First thing he spoke about was a lack of competitiveness.
Less competitive than it is now. And for me, that's the problem.
And the second part he speaks about, which kind of go hand in hand, is that when you get domination in a sport, it goes on for almost too long. It's not just one season, one off here and there. Again, I'll show you the clip.
For the teams to work with, so it's not a restricted, not 70% common, it's kind of an open platform for them. When you get one team that's dominating, often they dominate in generations.
And now I think the importance of these comments, and I think the real reason they're so good, is it explains the current issue we have in Formula 1. He goes on to then explain his pattern of watching F1, and that is he watches the start and the end, and the middle part just bores him. It's just too predictable, it's too obvious.
I found myself last season particularly kind of sticking around to watch the start of the races and coming back in to watch the end of the races, but not really having much interest in between.
But this is where the interview got interesting for me. He said, or he was asked, could Max Verstappen race in Formula E? His answer was, let's just say, interesting.
If you put Max Verstappen in a Formula E car, do you think he would dominate Formula E?
No.
And now the confidence he says no with. Listen, it's tough, but I get why. He sees F1 as the top guy partnered with the top car, unbeatable. But he believes the top guy, maybe not in the top car, is easily beatable, and the Formula E is built on that basis. He goes on to explain that Formula E had I think it's 3 different winners in the first 3 races and 7 people on the podium.
It's wafer thin, the gaps between the teams. I think in the first 3 races of this year, you've had 3 winners, we mentioned that, but you've had 7 different people on the podium.
And I think that's something that all Formula 1 fans are kind of crying out for, a competitive grid. At least bunched into 4 teams at least who are in there for the race win. Always there, always competitive, ready to go. But we don't have that. We're deprived of that. We're given one guy who's going to win. Maybe his teammate will do it. No, he won't. He won 19 of 22 races last year. As good as he is, this has created a problem for the average viewer. You're not going to retain anybody, you're not going to get any new viewers in, and I think that is what he's trying to explain here as well. And he speaks about a lot of other things. He speaks about talking about Verstappen should just be given the title now.
We'll be putting the trophy in his cabinet. He could put it in now.
Yeah.
So 100%, 99%, he's already got that one in the bag.
Next season, you think it's in the bag, no matter what?
I don't know if you're being serious. Of course it's in the bag.
And he also says Verstappen has got it in the bag already. No point even contesting is what he's saying. Unless of an injury, unless of some sort of freak accident, he believes Verstappen is going to dominate and he is going to win. And I have to say, I probably do agree with it. But his final point is what everyone's driving home, what everyone's talking about. He makes, let's just say, a bet or a challenge set to the rest of the F1 grid. Have a look.
Only drivers in Formula 1.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win it, so there's 19 other drivers.
Yeah.
If any one of the other 19 drivers wins it, we'll give $250,000 to the charity of the choice of the other driver that wins it.
250k to charity, whatever the choice of the charity of the winner, if they can beat Verstappen. Yes, it'd be great if he gives the money to charity, but we all know his money's safe. And do you not think that's a problem? As an F1 fan, we're going into the season, not, oh, this is it, will Ferrari catch Lewis, will Vettel just get there? No, we're going into the season with drivers who you believe if you put in a Red Bull could compete. They're not even in for a shot, and I think the difference with that is to when Red Bull did it again with Vettel and they did it before, the difference is, and I get I am a Hamilton fan, whatever, but there's no competitiveness even in the team. There's a clear number 1, so we know who's going to win the title. You don't win 19 races and your team doesn't win 21 or 22. Make changes, develop a car when you're already ahead and get worse. That's all I'm saying. But that's it for me. Comment down below, do you think these comments are fair? Do you think Verstappen's going to win? Who do you think is going to win if not? Love to see that option. But that is it for me today. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, hit the like, and I'll see you in the next one.